Hey, good morning. Wow, did I just say good morning? Yeah, it's been one of those kind of days. Good evening. Happy Monday. The last Monday in September. Can't believe it. Welcome, Enlightened Woman Tribe. Welcome to Mondays in the Meditation Room with Dr. K for Midlife Musings. This is that space, this sacred refuge and place for all things empowerment and enlightenment for Black women in midlife. Women who are deciding not to give in to the chaos of this season. And our hearts, mind, spirits, body, and soul are right in the midst of transition. We are flowing with it and we are redefining it. We are giving ourselves permission to redefine what it means to be in midlife. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. We're not going somewhere off the pasture. We are coming into our own, and it's the season for us to absolutely walk in the adventure that is us. We're rediscovering the joy of being who we are. Yeah, we get to reimagine, redesign, rebirth, all of it into renewal, refreshing, all of it, all at the same time. So I'm so glad that it's another Monday. Can't I tell you that I'm just amazed that we are now in a new season. Fall is here, y'all. Fall is here. We're in a brand new season. And then, but for me, this is one of my favorite seasons. This is, y'all know, y'all love it. I love to say it, that it is the crisp air, cool, not cold, but not hot. You can breathe. Yeah. My favorite time of the year for the beauty of the changing leaves. Get to pull out your boots, but not necessarily your snow boots, right? And yeah, I absolutely love this season. And yeah, just breathing with our Mondays in the meditation theme. Y'all know it's my favorite thing to just kind of flow into our time on tonight. I know your plate is full. You got a lot going on. So if you're even not joining me live on Monday and you're watching the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome to the outpouring. Send and write and put in some encouraging words into the comments. I'm inviting you to subscribe. I'm inviting you to share the videos of previous Mondays in the meditation room. I'm inviting you to enable your notification bell and inviting a sister to join you and then have a conversation about what we talked about. Then leave a comment so that we can encourage each other. We are literally midwifing each other through this season. Now, tonight, I am not going to be on long. I am just literally right in the throes and right in the middle of a challenging moment. I was going to talk about something else as a part of our road to rediscovery as we close out September, head into October. So excited, looking forward to it. It is actually Menopause Awareness Month. October 18th is Menopause Awareness Day. So y'all know we're going to be talking about some great things. We're going to have some great guests in the room. And I want to close out this month on the road to rediscovery, rediscovering your inner resolve, rediscovering your inner resolve. I even had to take a deep breath to say that because what I'm realizing that when we begin to coming to the revelation that there's some things we want to change about our lives. There's some things we want to do differently. We want to walk in our own agency, our own strength and power. We want to make major and minor adjustments to our lives that will allow us to walk in a greater level of freedom and confidence. And sometimes that requires tough decisions that you're willing to, what we say, count your blessings, cut your losses. You're willing because what you see ahead of you in the life that you want, you desire that more than staying in a comfortable place, right? And sometimes that's hard, and it takes a major decision, right? And so I made some decisions about the direction in which I want to go in my life, the things that I want to focus on and I want to press through and build and take a chance to make some shift in my time and my energy, make some shifts rather in my time and my energy, and got some opportunities and began to plan towards it, using my productivity and strategic planning skills, and had my uh, took some time to put up this awesome floating plexiglass a gold board. Love it. Matched the decor of my home office, and wanted to talk about that. How there's some things that you don't think you can do, but you can do, and no matter how big or small, when you do them, it creates another layer and level of confidence. So, in order for me to put up my floating plexiglass gold boards, I ordered it, but had no idea that when it came, going through the directions, and it was like, scan this QR code for instructions and directions of putting it up. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. I've been doing that because, come on, anybody's been out post pandemic to restaurants, they don't always have uh, paper menus to put in your hand, but they have a QR code on the table and you have to scan it. So it was this QR code scan, get the directions. I did that, then went directly to what I needed to do it. Can I tell you, one of the first things on there said drill. I said, wait a minute, a drill? Oh my God. And the drill that I thought I had, I was like, oh my God, can I find it? One of my kids had it. I said, bring my drill back. I got my drill, and my drill wasn't the kind that can drill the hole that I needed. It was just basically a fancy screwdriver. So I was able to borrow one, and it was, got it the drill, and the drill bit was too big, so I had to change. My cousin had basically everything in there that I needed, but I couldn't get it off. So I called, got some directions, changed the drill bit, and I thought I was, a carpenter. I was drilling. I used the level for the first time and got it up there, and it was wonderful. Man, I just was patting myself on the back. I was like, go ahead, girl, looks great. I'm gonna post some pictures of my little floating uh, gold boards that I had to put the drill on, put the reinforcer in, screw it in. Hold on. It was wonderful. And I was like, "Ooh, yes, go girl." So I was on for it. I had some momentum. Then I had an opportunity to really work one of my businesses, and a door opened for me to present a proposal. And I was like, yes, this is great. And I put some work into it. It was looking good. I was almost finished. I had for a meeting, went to the meeting, was ready to go back to finish, and could not find it. And then I had to stop to get ready for Mondays in the meditation room, and I still have not found it. The thought of trying to start all over from the very beginning, from scratch, it just almost sent me over the edge. I felt myself getting emotional. Felt like tears was getting ready to come, and I was like, "What is going on? You've had to, challenge yourself in that area before, so start over, you know, what what is going on. And I had to take a moment, really think it, um, because what I discovered was we've been going through some things inward about some really hard decisions that I had to make in order to follow the manifestos and declarations and changes that I wanted to see in my life, right? Hey, cousin. And I um, realized that it was affecting me more than I thought that it was. So I just want to say on tonight that our topic, Road to Discovery, Rediscovering Your Inner Resolve, it's more than a notion to get to midlife, look over your life, look at where you are, look at your future and where you need to go and where you want to go, and make up in your mind that you're going to make those pivots, those changes, those shifts, that you're willing to lose some things in order to gain a greater level of peace and confidence for your future, walking in this new level of worthiness, right? And loving yourself and prioritizing yourself. Can I tell you, it's more than just saying those things, it's more than just writing down mantras or decrees. It is a full blown mindset shift, emotion shift, because I guarantee you, soon as you declare that you're going to shift and do something different, take leaps of faith to build your life, your business, right? Your health, your strength. I guarantee something will come to challenge that off. Even though we as enlightened women, women in midlife who's going through so much emotionally, physically, spiritually, we're going through those changes and at the same time you make this in your life. Can I tell you, something on the inside happens, turmoil happens, because change is not a neat, clean, simple, easy thing. Sometimes it's going to be messy, and you don't realize the level sometimes of trauma that you go through when you decide to walk away from your old self, to walk away from the comfort level, to walk away from the comfort zone. Because any change, any transition, even when it's good, when necessary, is going to cause some out and fall away. And your subconscious fearful is going to always surface. And soon as a roadblock, soon as something challenges it, soon as a disappointment comes, it's going to say, well, maybe we don't really need to do all of that. Maybe it don't take all of that. Maybe we'll be okay if we stay right here. Something's going to change. Something's going to happen. Mm-mm. Because after a while, something will click and say, if after all this time things haven't changed with the behavior that I had before, then either something wrong with you, right? Right? You still doing the same things, expecting a different outcome. Ooh, yeah, no. So when you make up in your mind that you're going to do something different, you're going to go for your dreams, you're going to build your business, build your enterprise, build multiple streams of income, you're going to go for it. Can I tell you, your old self, that comfort zone sister that lives down on the inside of you, is going to put up a fight, especially when something happens like today. Because get this opportunity, ready to rebuild and restart one of my businesses, and was preparing the proposal, had to stop for a meeting, right? Come on, this is on the heels of me being able to play Miss Carpenter, get my stuff up, you know, put something up, pat myself on the back, move forward, get my ducks in a row, get my things to do, list of things to do, feel accomplished, ready to go. Oh, I was so excited and was looking forward to finishing up, but had to stop for a meeting. And when I got ready to go back to complete the proposal, because I said I would have it to the client by today, do you know I cannot find it? Woo, I'm trying not to hyperventilate even right now because I was looking up until it was time to get ready to come on. And the spirit said, just breathe because you are now a walking, living example of what it means to rediscover your inner resolve when you say you're getting ready to do something big and different with your life and prioritize your dreams. Even something as simple as an opportunity and you're in this to go for it, and then something as simple as not being able to find the document that you spent hours working on for a proposal to a client, it can derail you. Oh my God. And what that did for me, cousin, and whoever watches this, whenever you watch it in the replay, it let me know how much of a battle in my mind, in my heart, in my spirit that I'm in. Because that might seem small to some, but some of you know when you watch this or you're on now, you're listening, when you make up your mind and you're ready to make that vision to prioritize yourself and go for your dreams, something inevitably is going to come to make you question that decision or make you feel like you can't do it. And begin to question if it's worth it or if you can actually do it. And if you're going to survive the season of transitioning into that place of confidence. Mm, man, oh man. So I had to stop and breathe and say, first of all, where is the condition? What is the condition of my inner resolve? Because when you settle for so long, you have to wake up and exercise your muscles to fight back from disappointment. Oh my goodness, procrastination. You have to develop those muscles to push back from it. First, you have to work on your awareness to know that this is what's happening. So you're aware that you don't um, fall back into what you're used to when you get pushback or frustration or disappointment, right? And you begin to question your resolve. So I had to say, what really does that mean? That is to reach a firm decision about something. And so I had to ask myself, how firm is my decision to be willing to do whatever it takes to live a fulfilled, meaningful life, to walk in self actualization, to not leave anything on the table as it relates to going for that which you feel they are called to do, even anointed and gifted to do. Be clear that just because you're called, gifted, anointed to do something does not mean it's going to be easy. Does not mean it's going to be simple. Does not mean everything is going to fall into place. You're going to have to sometimes put some effort into putting things into place. Life doesn't always put out the red carpet for you to walk on to walk into your dreams. Oh my goodness. So I had to say, yes, I've reached a firm decision about pursuing my business, pursuing my dreams. And I had to realize that I can't be shocked because I had been in a place of comfort for so long. I'm almost shocked. My muscles had gotten weak to push past pushback. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. Can I tell you? And so I had to stop, breathe, and say, Holy Spirit, help me with the strategy to be able to push forward, press on in the midst of disappointment, emotional, spiritual, physical, or otherwise, right? And the Spirit said, just feel it in this moment. The response of frustration, even anger, even tears, even wanting to give up is normal. Feel it. Just go ahead and allow yourself to feel it. Because I realize that when we try to pretend like we don't feel something, or when we think we should not be feeling that in that moment, it makes it harder for us to move on. So you might as well just go ahead and feel what you're feeling in that moment so it can pass through you and not become stuck energy that will surface in other ways. Meaning it can affect your health, it can affect your spirit, it can affect your ability to move, switch, pivot, change. It can get stuck in there and you can become bitter and then give up. And before you know it, you've thrown in the towel and crawled back into that place of comfort, and then you don't know why. Oh, yeah. So go ahead, emote, cry, scream, holler, throw some stuff, call a good girlfriend, cuss it out, cry it out, just like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Just do that and then take a deep breath, release it. Take a walk, run, listen to some music, dance it out, do something, but move that energy. Let it flow through you, let it move through you. Go drink a cup of tea. I don't know. Eat an edible, do something. I don't know, but get calm. Oh my God. But allow yourself to feel it so you can continue to be emotionally mature, meaning you can recognize what is happening in that moment and recognize the appropriate emotions you're supposed to have in that moment. Because can I tell you, most people that explode are people who don't deal with the emotions in the moment, don't acknowledge that it's okay to respond appropriately to disappointment or frustration. So I had to let myself feel it and say, what is the worst that could happen if you had to just do the proposal all over again? There is no worse. It's just that it's going to take more time and possibly that it might turn out better the second time than the first time. So I've already resolved it, reached out to my client and say, I apologize for the delay. This is what has happened. And I'm going to be, it's possible that I might have to redo it. I need another 24 hours. And that's how you face it. That's what you do, right? And that's what you go. In my help is there, is it in the temp file? I don't know, because I'm gonna have to take some time to research it because I know I named it, didn't close it out, but I opened some other files as I went to my other meeting. When I went back, it wasn't there. Tried to pull it up, it didn't come up in my file. So I'm gonna have to more time to just breathe and give myself time to look for the resolve that if I have to do it over again, I have to do it over again. Because you have to remember the second thing is right, feel it. Then the first thing is feel it, right? Thing is to remember your why. When it's time to make a shift or a pivot, when you've made that firm decision about prioritizing yourself or going for your dreams, sometimes you have to remember why you are doing it. And for me, it is to prepare myself for the future shift that I have to make anyway in my life, realizing that if when that push comes to shove, I am, with the help of the Holy Spirit, responsible, for my well-being, right? And that is the absolute truth, right? There is no knight in shining armor coming for any of us. And am I saying you do it all on your own? Absolutely not. Be clear. I'm not saying it, because you have a tribe, you have a support system, you have people who love you, people who are there to cheer you on. But I'm saying, when push comes to shove, playing the blame game and making excuses will not help you. You have to put on your big girl draws and suck it up sometimes and move and press forward anyhow, right? But you have to remember your why. Why am I doing this? Because it's important to me. Why am I doing this? Because I feel like this is part of my calling and anointing. Why am I doing this? Because I am determined to leave a legacy of resilience and resolve, right? And the ability to press forward, because your dreams are absolutely important. Sometimes we think that it's only important to men to accomplish things, to leave a legacy in the earth, to, you know, do what they're called to do. No, women get their have an ego as well. And I'm not talking about the bad ego. I'm talking about that thing that causes you to press forward, to use your gifts, to use your talents, to walk in your calling, to hear God say, move forward, and you do, right? That means something else too, right? Why do you think there's so many women stepping forward and running for office, stepping out, starting their businesses? The largest percentage of persons who have started businesses, even especially during this pandemic, is who? Women, and in particular, Black women. Come on, y'all. Who's traveling, women who have decided to see the world. They're no longer going to wait for permission to do that. And there are groups and travel companies and people who are women who are traveling because they want to get out of their norm, right? And see the world. So it's important for us to accomplish things. Come on, y'all. Accomplishments are important to us. That doesn't mean it's our identity. That doesn't mean that's where we find our identity. We know our identity is in God, but part of that is who God has made us to be, right? To go for it. So you have to remember your why. I have a legacy that I want to leave to my granddaughters, my grandson, my grandchildren, my children, right? And those who know me, not just the thing that will be the result and manifestation of my resolve, but resolve, because life is going to be hard for them too. And they need to know that sometimes you have to press forward. So I have to remember my why. And then, thirdly, how do we rediscover our inner resolve? Is to know that you are worth the effort. To get to the other side. Y'all, we will go to the ends of the earth and back for somebody else. We'll bend over backwards to help somebody else's dream come true. We'll do whatever we can down to our last dime and our last breath for our children and our grandchildren. Where is that same energy for us? No, that rediscovering your inner resolve is you are worth the effort to get to the other side. Even if it doesn't look exactly how you dreamed it to look, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Because things shift, you have to make major and minor adjustments, you have to edit. Oh my God, long as you know within that you've done what you feel like you're called to do. Yes, 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 my sisters in midlife, this is our time. But know that it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard because some of us are addicted to comfort. And sometimes that takes hitting rock bottom, going through, relapsing, getting back on, and working to stay clean. Some of us have to stay clean of going back to those old habits of negative self talk, negative thoughts. Come on, y'all. Just giving in to stereotypes or what somebody else believes we should be doing and not what we know we should be doing. Oh my God. Yeah. So you have to understand that it's absolutely worth the effort. It's worth the fight to come through full, free, confident, fulfilled, whole. Mm-mm. Often not the things and words that we describe for ourselves. To be confident, yes, that's just being assured in who you are. You are born to conquer. You were born to overcome. You were born because that's part of life. And the things that we accomplish, let me say it again, that's not our identity. It is just part and parcel of our life's calling. Yes, I love it. So grateful. And the women that we admire, they don't have anything different than we do. So don't compare yourself and think, oh my God, I can't do that. But can I tell you the only difference between a woman that you admire and yourself is that they took the courageous step to attempt to go for their dreams and what they felt like they were called to do. And that doesn't mean that your name is going to be in lights. That might not happen for everybody. But if you do what you felt like you were called to do, then you're successful. And if you've helped somebody along the way with your story and your testimony, you are a success and you're worthy of it. You just have to believe it. Woo, woo, woo. That's it, y'all, for this last Monday in September. Welcome to fall. Welcome to a new season and welcome to the new you. Yes, as you redefine and reimagine your life and then go for it to make it a reality. Whew. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Mondays in the Meditation Room with Dr. K for Midlife Musings. This is our safe and amazing place for all things empowerment and enlightenment for Black women in midlife. Looking forward to next month, y'all, because we recognize all month Menopause Awareness Month with our special guests and look for more information. And we are looking forward to growing and reimagining our lives as women in midlife together. Woo! I absolutely love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank for watching the replay. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to invite another sister to join you. Don't forget to enable your notifications to remind you when we're on or just to remind you to watch. Have a peaceful evening. And don't forget to rediscover your inner resolve because you are worth it to live your dreams. Good night, y'all. See you soon.